Hello, Muffin. This is Mistydolphin, back more date everything. I just really want to keep going, so let's get back to it.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Tipsy Tumbler. What can I get for you? Delivery? Oh, you must be talking about the branded rocks glasses I asked Daisuke to get me. Oh, thanks so much. I'll take those right off your hands.
You hand Beverly her package, and she sets to work unpacking and cleaning the glasses right away.
I'm glad Daisuke managed to get these for me. How is that old dish slinger anyway? A chip? Oh, poor guy. Well, that's the last thing he needs. But then again, maybe he'll finally relax a little now that he's forced to. Yeah, he's always been into his work, but he used to make time for his hobbies and friends. Did he tell you he writes poetry? Dear, oh dear. He's fallen right back into his old workaholic pattern. Someone needs to remind him of who he used to be. Who he still is. He's a real passionate guy, you know. But passion can lead to pain. It's easier for him. Write him a poem. It'll really tickle his teapot. Hey, no prob. Come back to the Tumblr anytime. Was I the last one? Great job! Daisuke's gonna love that.
When Rebel walks in on you this time, they seem to be unaware of your presence. Unlike your previous encounters, Rebel is gazing off into the distance with a strange look on their face, as if they could see through the walls, and they're searching for something out there. Maybe even something they know they will never find.
One appreciates that.
The hint of softness in Rebel's face dissolves. They turn on you, the mask already back in place. With a disdainful laugh, they raise an ironic eyebrow and put their hand between their legs in a gesture that can only mean one thing.
You caught me in a moment of post-com clarity. Only thing I get sad about is when the poppers wear off. And then it's just until I can find someone new to pound into next week. You want to be the next merry-go-round? Let's go for a ride. Grab the headboard.
Your time with Rebel is, well, any description would probably leave out one of the many modalities of mattress mashing that you experimented with. We will say it was creative and exhaustive, and leave it at that. When it's all done, Rebel shows you the door with as little intimacy as an automated checkout machine spitting out a receipt. You wonder how long it'll be before you can walk normally again. You find Fabrizio and Daisuke mid-discussion.
Beautiful, like a ceramic sunset over a shining sea of China.
I told you I would help you organize. Just look at you now. Even an injury cannot slow you down.
Your assistance has allowed me to catch up on the rest of my work. I'm truly grateful.
It's no problem whatsoever, amico mio.
Oh crap, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I realized it was like past time to feed the dogs.
Ah, speaking of friends, it seems as though you have a visitor.
Ah. We will speak again, Caprizio. Farewell.
Ciao.
You have the air about you of one who has completed their mission. No. Caprizio was only helping me reorganize inventory. You finished your deliveries then? Very good. It is almost as if our near-tragic accident never happened. With your help and Caprizio's, I suppose this means my work is finished now.
Daisuke stares up at the dishes in the cabinet with an inscrutable expression. You wonder if now might be a good opportunity to bring out another side of Daisuke.
There must be something else to be done. Perhaps I can rearrange the dishes again. Is it ever really a good time to relax? But you are not wrong. I suppose I could spare a moment to sit. Would you care to join me? Come, sit.
As you sit with Daisuke, both of you gazing up at the majesty of the china cabinet, you turn over the advice you received in your mind. You could talk to him about coffee, poetry, ceramics.
Who told you that? Beverly's job is to dispense beverages, not secrets. I have been betrayed. I am not hiding it exactly, but I am not sharing it either, I suppose. I suppose you must think it strange for a dish as serious as I am to be writing poetry. Romantic? My poems were never love poems, but I am glad you seem to be a lover of poetry just the same. It seems like such a simple question. Friends, lovers, hobbies. I dropped them all one by one. They were pleasant, to be sure, but a distraction. When a relationship ended poorly, I often thought of how much time I'd wasted trying to please others. When a hobby reached a plateau, I felt as though I let time slip through my fingers. Time I could never get back. When I work too much, I do not have similar regrets. Or at least, I used to think so. Being forced to slow down has shown me perhaps my priorities have been incorrect for years. Now, faced with a quiet moment and friendly conversation, I find myself woefully inadequate, like a broken plate fused together with hot glue. It is a kind offer, truly, but I am unsure if there's anything left to salvage here. I have much on my mind. Forgive my rudeness, but I must bid you farewell. I am no longer in the mood to chat.
Hello, sunshine. Abel? My sturdy cowboy. I've known Abel for some time now, and I'm not surprised he sent you to me. He's a solitary type, but if you asked, he'd give you the cloth off his table. Why, he holds up practically half the house without a word of complaint. Yes, he would dodge that question. I think the most important thing to know about Abel is that he's not quiet out of any kind of shyness. That's just how he is. If there's nothing to say, he's content to share in your company. Everyone likes coffee, darling. I'll pour you a cup of his favorite. It's an Ethiopian Sidama Adi that tastes like strawberries, served black and hot. Oh, it is.
With the coffee in hand, you take your leave.
Hey there. You get a chance to talk with Kopi? She sure does know her way around a cup of coffee. Thank you. I needed this today. Me? No. Oh, it's nothing to trouble yourself over. I know most of the house, yeah. We've got our fair share of characters, but as a whole, I'd say we're a good bunch. Plenty of stories to tell. Me? Oh, sure. I've got stories, I suppose. They're not exactly exciting, though. You know what? You want exciting? You should talk to the captain. Why, I swear he's seen it all. Why don't you go ask Captain Jacques about his time on the high seas?
You want a story about a table? I am a table. I am boring. The end. That's right. Thinks he can hide his little crush for the big desk. Pesh. I said, pesh. Good day. Dasha is lifting an enormous stack of papers over her head, standing on one leg, barely breaking a sweat. She drops them as soon as she sees you.
Ow! It is going excellent now that you have arrived. After all, today we have practice date. Even if it is fake date, that is nice to hear. I have not heard these kinds of gentle words in some time. Believe you are making me blush, which means it is time for subject change. All right, here we are on our first date. Where have you chosen to take me? Ah, yes, the bowling alley. The sound of the ball striking the pins, the shine of the grease upon the floor, the smell of years and years of cigarettes and pizza. Is there any more romantic place? Off we go then, in our imaginations, to the bowling alley. Here we are at the bowling alley. It is time to rent stylish bowling shoes. We are approaching shoe counter. The clerk looks us both in the eye and asks what we need. What will you do? Yes, very good. No judgment or embarrassment. Feet are only feet after all. It is not the size of the foot, but the amount of ass kicked that counts. Excellent. Simply excellent. It is time to use ancient bowling alley computer to input our names in time-honored bowling custom. What do you put for our names? Very good. Utilitarian. Expected. Inoffensive. A good plan for a date with someone new. We are bowling, and you've just hit strike. How do you react? Yes, very good. A high five is always welcome in such a situation. You can allow your date to appreciate your strength while celebrating your victory in a considerate way. Wonderful. Very good. You are becoming quite the charmer. There is always more to learn. We will continue next time. See you again.
Hey there. You look like you got a story you're itching to share. I take it you talked to the captain then, huh? Oh, heck, I don't like where this is going. Come on now. Oh, this... And that salty son of a gun. Yeah, look, I just... Time spent on me's time I'm not spending on others, right? You remind me of my old rectangular friend. Anyway, you remind me of her. She's a sly one, too. Always trying to get me to focus on myself. Well, that's real nice of you to say. Oh, you mind giving me some time to myself? I need to get my head on straight. Always am.
Dorian is less clothed than the last time you saw him.
Oh dear, you've caught me in my horizontal state. I try to stay hidden under the rug because this isn't a part of myself that should be out in the open. But even us doors have to cut loose from time to time.
Dorian's abs seem to glisten a little more with that response.
Do you like what you see? Well, you should. I like to keep in shape. Duty and all that. I've been thinking of getting some more tattoos. What do you think? I was thinking of getting a garage Dorian on my back. One of the most interesting types of doors there are in the modern world. Brings me back to my drawbridge roots, when I toyed with the idea of going horizontal full-time. But you get older and, well, here we are. Thanks for chatting me up. We're friends, but
The ghost of a smile tugs at his lips.
even friends can have little benefits here and there.
You're back! Honestly, I wasn't entirely sure you'd come. I mean, I know we saw each other several times earlier today when you were checking your work email. I just mean, I really appreciate that you returned to interface with me like this. Well, I know actually showing up probably wasn't easy. And I know there was some tension regarding how we disengaged from our previous interfacing session. I must say, though, you are looking quite attractive. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. And when it comes to you, that's absolutely the case. Look, do you wish to know the truth? The truth is, I had dalliances, yes. But ultimately, that's all that they were. And no matter what I was doing and who I was with, I never stopped thinking about one thing. You. My CPU never stopped ruminating on the intricate way you organize your file structure, or the sensual way you clean your keyboard with that old Q-tip. And most of all, I never stopped thinking about the sweet, sweet way you double-click. I missed you. With every integrated circuit in my RAM. But my question for you is, did you miss me too?
I am so incredibly delighted to hear that. This brings me to my second and far more important question. In the same way you upgraded my operating system, do you want to upgrade the status of this relationship? Don't answer yet. Think hard on it for a moment, and when you're ready, type your response into this programming terminal. Just choose an option and I will comply. You want to be together? Oh, you're gonna make my CPU overload with excitement. It's true, we've been staring at each other for years, but it took this experience together to finally take our relationship to the next level. And I'm so happy to embark on that journey with you.
It's Rebel.
If it isn't my favorite piece of eye candy, I'd say it was great to see you, but that would be an overstatement. It's okay to see you. Reasonable, decent. You know, I've been watching you, and I see the little hero complex in action. It's kinda hot, in an unhealthy sort of way. But tell me, is that what you're doing here with me? Clearly. Well, anyway, you caught me in the middle of something. Come here, let me show you.
Rebel unzips their fly and drops their trousers, lowering themselves into the bathtub.
Try again. I'm peeing in your tub. Relax, it's just duck water. It's good for your skin. And anyway, you didn't really expect me to use Jean-Loup like that, did you? Just to be clear, I have used Jean-Loup like that in the past. Anyway, unless you got something further to say, I'm gonna go back to my regularly scheduled programming. That is, I've got a date with a certain unnamed sports team. All of them.
Rebel turns away, leaving you the image of their spiky collar and leather-clad backside.
You have returned. Indeed. No mortal can resist the pull of a goddess, particularly in this form. The glitter and sparkle of my current form has lured many of your kind. I am. But it is good that you recognize what is in front of you. I have spent many years in this universe being ignored or worse by the mortals that inhabit me. Humankind has grown more and more disrespectful over the years. I do not need your worship, but there is a satisfaction in it. The same satisfaction I imagine you derive from performing your menial human tasks, or making friends with your, fellows. The sentiment is noted, but call me baby again, and it will be the last thing that you ever do. If you have come to worship, you may do so now. Otherwise, state your purpose. Get to know me? What is there to know? I am eternal. Unless and until the sun explodes and consumes me, I will be here. I was here long before you and will remain long after you. When the bones of this dwelling have rotted away, I will remain here. You will submit your praises, or leave. Proceed. Of course you have not. Such a being does not exist. But I see that you are trying to worship me in your own way. Now that that is settled, was there something else you required? Have at it. I should note, You have been entertaining me sufficiently, human. One of the forms that pleases humans most are the ones that glitter alluringly. Feel free to gaze upon my beauty a bit longer in the form of this citrine geode. You humans enjoy creating your own citrine color by heating amethyst to obtain this golden hue. But this, I assure you, has been formed through the steady heat of my molten form over millions of years.
You look upon Rongo Myfenwa in silence, admiring the beauty of her form.
That is enough admiring. You may go now.
Oh, you're back. Are you really going to realize me? Oh, I thought so. If you change your mind, you know where I am.
Where the hell did Bodhi disappear to?
Whoa, buddy! Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, it's awesome in here. Seems like somewhere you spend a lot of time. Yeah, there's a lot. It's all a little overwhelming. Movies, 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 always and forever, my dude! There are so many classics. Cindy Bandana Jones, E.T., Ferris Wheel Bueller's Day Off, Fast Times at Fridgemont High, 17 Candles, Grill and Shed's Excellent Adventure. Right? So fun. Okay, what are your faves? Oh man, so funny. Can't get that tune out of my head. Boom, 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 boom. comedy, action, fantasy, animation, drama. You got some really diverse taste. Heck yeah! You know what? That's actually something I've discovered about your time that I think is pretty rad. You've got so many different kinds of faces now. You've got all these different personalities and perspectives and stuff. I mean, we had it, kinda, but you've really just gone so much further. Black, white, Asian, Arab, indigenous. Oh, and those people with all those letters? You know, Legibitiqua. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, there's a lot to learn there, buddy. Believe you me. Hey, I guess that's something that your internet is great for. Learning stuff. It's amazing. I was so much of my own time, I didn't even realize how pale things were looking in old Hollywood. I still love my movies, but sometimes now when I see the jokes, the humor was way tough on anyone that was different. Maybe your generation doesn't have flying cars yet, but you're making stories about people I never thought I'd get to know, and that's definitely bodacious. Good to hear it, compadre. Anyway, it was really nice talking to you. I've been pretty lonely for a while. Could have fooled me. You're super nice, and you're insightful, and you're funny. I don't know. I'll bet you're pretty popular. You got me talking at you. Anyway, great hang. I'm gonna cruise around a bit, see some more of the house, and catch up on the 2000s. Later, Gator.
You don't see Daisuke right away, but as you approach, you hear him calling out to you.
Please, come in. Our conversation the other day showed me that I have been neglecting myself and my once beloved hobbies. And with my work done for the week, I found myself going mad for want of things to keep my hands busy. It felt like a good time to remind myself there's more to me than my deep and abiding love for dishware. I'm glad, because you are the reason I came to this realization in the first place. Indeed, when you injured me earlier, I was furious. I thought my worth lay only in my work, and now someone had taken my work from me. But being forced to lean on others allowed me to do things differently. I am embarrassed to admit that you and Caprizio have even improved on my processes in ways I hadn't imagined. I am far more efficient now. So if you allow me, I would like to invite you to indulge in a passion of mine. Poetry.
He gestures to a table laid out with paper, pens, and a few lit candles. It's all terribly romantic.
Your enthusiasm touches me. I am happy we share an appreciation for the arts.
Daisuke guides you to sit, not leaving you much choice in the matter. You take a seat and watch as he takes up his pen.
Let us begin then. Do not overthink it. Poetry is best when it flows from your mind to the pen with as little interference and delay as possible. Do not overwork your words, and do not worry about how it sounds. Simply write with your heart. It is as nice as it sounds. Let us begin.
Daisuke's pen begins scratching against the paper immediately. Perhaps he's inspired already, or perhaps he's been preparing for this moment. You, on the other hand, simply stare down at the blank paper before you. You feel inspired by what's been building between you and Daisuke, and you remember that Beverly said Daisuke would love a poem written for him. You begin to write.
You are writing away there. I look forward to seeing what you have produced. Already? Wonderful. Wow, an excellent start.
Daisuke stares at you in silence for a few interminable moments.
That was incredible. I've never been given such a personal gift. Thank you.
You could swear you see tears glimmering at the edges of his eyes.
I'm so moved. I barely know how to share my own now. But let me get on with it, before I embarrass myself making a scene.
Daisuke clears his throat, looking down at his paper with some mix of pride and excitement.
Since you entered my life, I have been renewed, like a forgotten subscription to a magazine. Your beautiful smile bathes me in sweetness, like a jar full of honey that has been knocked over on the shelf. The day you fell on top of me was a day of great change, like a pocket filled with quarters. I hope we will fall on top of each other in a different setting one day.
He stops there, looking at you expectantly. It seems that is it, and he is deeply proud of himself.
You are too kind. Thank you. It has meant much to me to be able to share this part of myself with you. Thank you for being here with me.
You and Daisuke sit in a pleasant silence together. When it comes time to part, you know neither of you will forget this moment.
Oh, look. A fantastic red shirt. I imagine you want me to swoon. You may have wandered with mad disquietude into a world which will overwhelm you. I must confess, there is a part of me which longs to see you drowned in it. Drowned in the darkness and the sorrow, if only so that I will be understood in the eyes of one who is drowned like me. I was. My God, I was. And the light and the darkness consumed us. Not enough breath in me to care for anything but this. For anyone but this. For anywhere but this now, my love. Come with me. Come before me. With a look so piteous as if we had been loosed out of hell to revel in horrors. You know only a heap of broken images. A casual forgetting of even the shallow breath you're shackled to. You are a poor marionetted hanged man, dripping from his cobweb strings. Come with me. Come into that deep water. I will give you lustful abandon under a salted rage of stars. You fool. No. That was unkind. You do not know him. You do not truly know me either. Pleasure, ecstasy. Was he into this stuff? We exalted in each other in a way you could not possibly imagine. Unrealistic. A tragic lack of vision. You're not to blame. How could you understand that kind of love? I could tell you a story to help you understand, if you'd like. I saw a woman once, with a locket around her neck. She stood on the shore of a deep, quiet lake. She was weeping. She grasped the locket, hard, and she pulled. She pulled until the flesh on her neck was raw. She pulled until her tears mixed with a fine sweat on her cheeks. She pulled until the chain snapped under her fingers. Then she cradled the locket, and for one last time, She kissed it. Her lips were dry, cracked, the color of peaches. And with all her might, and a great final cry, she flung the locket out, onto the mirrored water. It struck the surface with a sound like shushing doors. It fell gently through the green water. The chain trailed above the locket like a hand, reaching, longing for the retreating sun. It fell for what seemed like ages. She waited. When it hit the bottom, she felt it in her heart. The burying of the locket in the silt like the burying of the love forever in her flesh. She gasped and leaned against the trees. The locket settled, the chain finally joining its fellow on the finely sanded floor. And slowly, the silky grit disturbed by love began to fall. It rained down. It dusted the locket, and the woman on the shore could breathe again. Her tears were dry, her cheeks glittering with salt. She could no longer see the ripple of her presence on the water, and she turned and retreated through the trees. The locket was now so thoroughly lost in the sand that even if she had looked, she could not have told where it lay. This is what this love is like. For me, its fall was inexorable. Now it has been in this dark lake for so many years, I can no longer even see its outline. And still, it is everything. Have I captured you? Love comes in so many forms, you see. It does not have to last forever to be true. We can be shattered in a moment as easily as in a lifetime. I can ruin you for an afternoon, and in the years to come, you will dream about your hour on the high cliff while you trudge through shadowed valleys. Anything real is an honor. Anything real is a shrieking exaltation to love. Now you must see, you must understand, that words are not just shapes on a page. Words are the conduit. Words are the channel. Through words, I can enlighten your mind. I can challenge your perception. I can touch your heart. I am a poet, dear one. I can touch anything I want. Tell me, do you know of Macbeth? I mean nothing of the sort. I do not dabble in that drabble. I speak of the tragedy of Macbeth by William Shakespeare, circa 1606. Ah, what do you think about it? I've always related to their darkness and mystery. They were unafraid to confront a noble with an uncomfortable truth. I admire that. What a wonderful inkling is circling around in this big drum of mine. Macbeth was not completely alien to you. Does it therefore stand to reason that other masters of the weaving of words might also be within your ken? Tell me, and for the sake of whatever it is that you love, tell me true. What other magicians of pen and ink stir your soul? Wonderful. Names, names. Ah, poet of love. Bard of bold and dizzying devotion. The original pure erotica. He is indeed the gentle master of our most profound and elementary folly. Do you have a favorite poem? A favorite line? Fill my ears once more with the rich food of words. Yes. Oh, that has always been one of my favorites as well. The glory in it. The absolute elegant simplicity. The thing you seek is the thing that will stop at nothing until you are found. I feel that it is a very common thing, this rushing. The sense of never enough, never right, always having to adjust to be better in some way. But literature, the great artists of our intellect and our spirits, they would have us understand that the true seeking is in recognizing that you too are being sought. Do you see? Oh, ye gods, have I been this much of a fool? I have been bemoaning and bathing in this salt-brine melodramatic mire, and here, in front of me, has been the truth of it. I am the fool.
Washford looks deeply unhappy. He's hardly the cheeriest guy in the house as it is, but this is a new level.
Ah, the old sensation. My affliction returns. This happens when it's much too dark, when I cannot see clearly. I cannot move. I feel heavy. I feel dark. The weight of the world on my drum, crawling over my eyes like some shadowed army. I cannot spin, and you should see me spin. But then it's this. Slow, creaking, overburdened. There are times I am no better than a washboard at a basin. Go now. I'm no good for conversation anymore.
Oh, you're back. Try not to bore me too much this time. I challenge you to leave me speechless. My, what a lucky spider. Ever seen a tarantula on a trampoline? Because that's how tight these glutes are. Oh, goodness. I do love to play. What's life without a little, harmless diversion? Oh, I'm fairly easy to amuse. Cards, conversation, a nice Chardonnay, all three. Well, those aren't my only pastimes. I do have other, more physical pursuits. Not exactly. Well, sometimes I would be the weight rather than the lifter. I knew it. You have an aversion to boys being on top of boys. My, look at you. Collecting all the points and the gold stars and the defending of the personal freedoms. I love it. You know what else I love? Flowers. Big bouquets of them. Birds of paradise are my favorites. They're impossible to get here. I wish you would try. It's just been so long since I had anyone to talk to. Oh, how are you going to take care of me if you don't know my personal tastes? Points. Ask me a question. Divine my being. Forever and perfectly a combination of lavender purple and baby blue, culminating in a sultry, subtle, undeniable periwinkle. Next question. Sultry, my darling examiner, I am seduced by beauty. Oh, this is an easy one. I have a long-standing love affair with the tassel hound. And if you don't know what a tassel hound is, which wouldn't surprise me, given that you're, well, human, you must go and chat with Matteo. There's so damn many of them, you know, and they are adorable. Ah, the exploring type. Not always my preference. I tend to go for ones who stick themselves in one place, stubbornly, forever. He was my partner in love for a brief, very brief 25-year period. Next question. Yes, I suppose, but time means less to me than some others I know. It's been a blink of a timer setting, really. Years. Years. It's been years. Yes. And that must be the end of your game, because it was by far the most important and tricky and insightful question. And since I answered all of them correctly, I win! I love to win. Oh, I love gold stars. I love Washford. I love Washford. Oh, damn it.
Drysdale runs a hand through his hair, shaking his head.
Oh, God. I can't tell you how inconvenient this is. You don't understand. To have a love like I've had, so deep, so... Oh, it's infuriating. I'm trying to explain to you how I still love this character, this absurd amalgam of pathos and muscle, and I don't have the words. I sound like him with his searching and his verbosity, trying to describe how much I love and loathe his searching and his verbosity. Ugh, what a circus. And not the good kind. You must do something for me. You can see now, I trust, that I am incapable of solving this puzzle on my own. I'm too bound up in it, and I have loved being bound up before, Cherub, believe you me. With this dramatic pause, I am entangled, and you must help me. You must talk to him for me. You must, please. Try to repair this chasm, this rift. It's like a new stained canyon has torn its way through my heart. Will you, please? Understood. I've always considered promises to be rather passé anyway. Sort of just like Barry Harrods. Just, don't. Really. Thank you.
Alright, I was supposed to talk to Freddy at night.
Freddy is deep into a book of some kind when you find him. He looks up at you with a sad expression.
Oh, hey, cool kid. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm pretty busy right now. I'm studying up on safe food temps. I think that maybe if I could adjust things to be perfect depending on what you give me. Because I have a job. It's a clear job, and I love it, and I'm good at it. At least, I'm supposed to be good at it. I keep trying to tell myself that, but I'm struggling to believe it. I could have hurt you. Don't you realize that? What I do is important to me, mostly because it helps to protect you. There you go, being good about it. You're sweet yourself. If it's the old Freddy you want, it's the old Freddy you'll get. I promise you that I'll be working hard to make sure you are safe. You won't get sick on my watch, and I'll do my best to keep it cool. Thanks for talking to me. I'm gonna finish studying. Come back anytime, cool kid.
Ah, my faithful companion. Care to join me for another review? So, where should we go? Freddy Yeti has an ice cream joint in the kitchen that's worth checking out.
You arrive at Freddy Yeti's new ice cream joint, the Yummy Yeti. It's a herky-jerky establishment, to say the least. The ice trays are slipping and sliding everywhere. The frozen peas and fruit have not yet been moved totally out of the way. and Freddy himself is hard at work trying to put together the last touches on his icy creations.
We have arrived.
Hey guys, great to see ya. I'll be right with you as soon as I finish mixing this. Dang strawberries won't blend.
What do you think? I agree. Rather charming. The sort of place I'd love to bring a date. I'll note this down.
Grab a seat, guys. Pop yourselves down in that there box of Haagen-Dazs bars.
I hope we won't be eating pre-packaged foods.
Not at all. Just part of the aesthetic.
I'm so glad you approve. I want you to enjoy yourself while we're out together. And I must say, Freddy, it really is a good idea.
Aw, shucks. You're making me feel all nice and cold inside.
Have you got menus?
Nope, but look at this.
Freddy points at a long bar of ice, into which he's frozen the various flavor combinations. Strawberries, bananas, pieces of chocolate, vanilla beans. And beside each, he has painstakingly, if a bit sloppily, carved the names in ice.
Thanks, guys. Mitchell, you inspired the idea.
I'm touched.
Anyhow, we've got strawberry vanilla swirl, chocolate chill, coffee with cream, and classic vanilla. What'll it be?
You first, mon ami. So much about a person can be determined by their choice in ice cream flavors, don't you think? Ooh, I dare say let's get a bit mixed up.
I do love a good strawberry.
I love a good dance of flavors.
Well, don't just leave me hanging. How is it? Oh, that makes me so happy.
Freddy, dare I say it, this is the most voluptuously iced cream I've ever had the pleasure, nay, the honor of tasting. Bravo, my friend. Bravissimo.
Well, guys, I've only got one more thing to offer, and that's my every day is Sunday.
That sounds interesting.
First, we've got the ice cream. Vanilla and brown butter caramel.
Consider me titillated.
Then comes the chocolate syrup, which has been heated. Next, we have a subtle glaze of butterscotch.
Okay, now I'm really wanting ice cream.
But we like it.
Some ground roasted almonds for a crunch. A bit of whipped cream. And last but not least...
Enough with the foreplay.
Well, my friends, that's everything I had for you. I know it's a bit rough still, but I hope you had a good time. I'm not exactly a trained waiter.
Je suis d'accord. And I might say that your grasp of French grasps at my heart. Thank you again for having us on such short notice. Keep an eye out for my review. Very well now, human, we must be going.
As you make your way back to the kitchen, there's a reflective silence. Your hand grazes Mitchell, and he looks at you. It's hard to read his gaze.
Felt what? Well, yes, I suppose there's no use denying it. I think there is something between us. Perhaps we can continue to meet like this and see where it leads us. Ah, we've arrived. This is the end of our night, I suppose.
Just as you are leaning in to kiss him, Mitchell holds up a hand.
I'm afraid we mustn't put the main course before the appetizer, so while I'm flattered, let us bid one another adieu for now.
Ah, you are returned. Each sunrise should be greeted with the same surprise and gratitude. I am, as you might have gleaned, glad to see you. I've been thinking about you. I haven't been able to think about much else of late. In fact, love is the prime mover in my mind. But it has been a lost love. But a new star rises, and I begin to think of new love. A single bud breaking ground, seeking the sun with an innocent blossom. Would you break this ground with me? Tell me, do I shine in your heart the way you have begun to shine in mine? What about him? Drysdale, I have dreamt of him. His face has been before my eyes like a veil, covering and coloring my world for longer than I care to recall. I do love him. Do you find that there comes a moment when love itself is not enough? This love was so outsized once that it could hold the mistakes and the pain, but it has deflated. And well, if he will apologize, if he will see what he did and how it hurt me, the love will be free. I will see him anew, and we together will leave that ugly country. Huh? Can it be? Well, then speak of my intent to him, and I shall make a dramatic appearance. I imagine he will most thoroughly enjoy that. The resizing of my love for him has opened me. Perhaps to you, if you will have me. Do you accept my love? Drysdale and I very soon shall know where we stand. But you, where do you and I stand now?
Yes? Oh, you caught me at a time when I was, sitting here like a lump. A big cubey lump. You what? Oh, of course you did. He was probably just draped all over the floor, dripping emotions. He's an obvious one to ask if you're trying to accomplish something. And what did Gilbert and Tragedy have to say? Really? And, do you hate me now, too? Pish! Don't patronize me. You don't have the money. Ha! Now I know you're lying. He was very clear the last time we spoke that he wanted nothing to do with me after the, never mind. Please. He must have told you. I don't like to tell this story. I don't know that I ever have, really. Washi called it the pale betrayal. Gasp! It's only a nickname. I can't believe I just used that with you. I was the only one who ever called him that, never in public. If I ever did, he would purse his lips. It's unmistakable! But I did it anyway. I loved his lips. So you've noticed them too. I thought I recognized a fellow addict. Lips anonymous, eh? And as taken as I've always been by them, it wasn't enough. There's a young hormone around here named Dirk. Perhaps you've brushed up against him at some point. You! My! You have more verve than I thought. Points! In any event, he has this habit of taking off his clothes. He wanders around, nearly nude, unbothered by the temperature changes he engenders in others. Permanent press, darling. He used to do it so often that Washford and I took to using his clothes as part of our act. We would flip them and wring them and fold them whilst he was flipping and folding and wringing me. It was, my God, it was spectacular. I was spectacular. But after years of doing this act with Washford, it began to grind on me. Washford can be very difficult, and one being can only take so much from another before the pressure has to be released. The heat has to go somewhere. Well, we were in the middle of our act. We were using Dirk's red jeans, one of his chest-smushing polos, and Dirk was just lying there like he used to, dirty and shirtless, and I had this brilliant idea of including him in the performance. No, I did not, all right? We were in the middle of our performance. You think nature asks an opinion in the middle of creation? Dirk didn't have to do anything. I just struck up conversation. It was this sexy, witty, improvisatory repartee. He just kept saying the nicest things to me about our act and my costume and how much he liked the musculature of my shoulders. So I kept him talking and I refused to give him his clothes back. I mean, I would have eventually, yes, but that was the genius bit. I just kept our act going. The last part of the choreography was always Washford passing the clothes to me and then me spinning them around and around, faster and faster, building up all this tremendous heat, this anticipation, this breathlessness, and then last second whipping them all out into the audience and letting the audience catch them all hot and billowy. So I just kept talking to Dirk. And Washford was supposed to keep holding me and the clothes while Dirk got more and more colourful, and I laughed, and the audience laughed and screamed, and it was, my God, it was poetry! Yes, the clothes stayed a little wet. They mildewed the tiniest bit. They made Washford sick. He said he had a cough. And afterwards he called it the pale betrayal. What a nonsense, dramatic exaggeration of the only good idea this act has seen in decades. Oh, can you point to any? Yes, marvelously original. Yes, I suppose so. I was barely flirting. I would hardly qualify it like that. Dirk was just being nice. Washford was always so damn sensitive. It wasn't really flirting. He was being complimentary, and I was playing along. If that's flirting, then I need practice. I was performing. I was making our act better in the process. So, what's the harm? Yes. Yes. I loved him. I am. Dirk was just being so nice to me. No, not nicer. Of course not. Just Washford can be so mysterious. You know, he can be very difficult to read. Sometimes I didn't know where I stood with him or how he felt. It was just nice for once to be talking to someone whose every other word was how wonderful I am. Dirk told me I had inspirational extension. And I do! You haven't seen it, but I'm basically one of those nesting ladders. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I just needed to know that Washford loved me. I just needed him to say it, I suppose. That's all. Maybe. It's an interesting suggestion. I'm not saying I'm convinced. I'm still hurt, but also I'm over it, and I don't care. And I don't really miss my former friend. I mean, I do miss him. Desperately. But I'm not that easy. I mean, I don't want to be. I would so much rather be suave. Genuinely suave. I've always wanted to be more mysterious than I am. You sound like Washford. How do you know he even wants to be with me again? Oh no. Nothing. I just haven't cried in years. Call his name for me, would you? Call for Washford. Call his name! Again.
Your calls are met with silence. No Washford.
And he does not arrive. It might be over, Cherub. I have some drying out to do. Please leave me.
Did I do something wrong with that? I don't know.
Vibe, baby. Hey, man, I'm just vibing. Hey, come on over here and test my vibe. I am so good. I've been researching and checking out the house and generally vibing on all these new decades. Oh, you know, just vibing. Hey, am I using that right? I've been practicing a bunch of different uses and sentences and stuff, and I don't know. It sounds weird. Whew. Okay. I've been chatting with Rainey. She's been playing some tunes. I dig that you have a record player. Old school. I've been listening to some of your new music, too. I like it. Well, most of it. Oh, wow. There's so much stuff I like. Pop, punk, rap, R&B, rock, soul, even disco. But don't tell anybody. As an 80s guy, I'm supposed to be pretty strongly opposed to disco. Which is dumb, because disco is so cool. Well, yeah. From my era, I loved Tommy Tree and Nicky Seven from Motley Crue Neck, Axl's Roses, Brick James, Richie Sambuca, Yngwie Malmsteen. Oh, and Phil Spector is like the best producer ever! What? Oh yeah, they're wild, man! What, like their new records got canned? No. If it was that, you would have just said that. What does canceled mean? Well, wait. Do they have a chance to say sorry? So that's it then. All my favorite artists are canceled? Like, they won't make any more music? But not likely. What about forgiveness? Second chances? Redemption? That's okay. I think I understand. I think. Yeah, just a lot to absorb. Kinda hurts that a lot of my icons turned out to be bad people. It's confusing, you know? Sure. Well, sounds like the music industry had a lot of issues. But hey, at least my favorite actors, authors, sports stars, and comedians are okay, right? Mel Gibson, H.P. Hovercraft, Orange Juice Simpson, and Drill Cosby.
This is gonna be painful.
What now? I'm out! I'm out! I'm out!
As someone who grew up in the 80s, I know what he's feeling.
Hey, I'm sort of busy.
They're not.
I'm busy trying not to talk to humans I don't really like. You, for example. Yup, you got the idea. Somehow, you talked to me all those times and never even chose a goddamn lane. It's real weenie behavior.
A mischievous grin crosses Rebel's face.
Are you a weenie? Oh god, yes. Here. A weenie for a weenie. Oh, better than you ever could. Guess we can be friends anyway. Come back again and I'll perform my greatest trick. I'll be a fraction less rude. Weenie.
Hey, compadre. Yeah, bedroom Bodhi. I sound like a superhero.
Bodhi looks off into the distance somewhere. He's clearly not his usual chipper self.
I've been thinking a lot, my dude. About a lot of stuff. Okay, it's like this. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, right? You for sure don't think while something is happening, whoa, I'm gonna miss this. I mean, sure, you might realize it's good, but you don't always realize that it's also finite. It's gonna end. Every moment ends. It might be kind of a big thing to grasp the meaning of the era you live in, or the impact it might have on the world and your soul. I should know, amigo. I'm the 80s, and just look at me. Sure, people remember me fondly because of the style, music, media of the times, but I don't know. Are they remembering the real me? Or are they remembering and longing for who they were then? Think about it. Reaganomics, the hole in the ozone layer, Exxon Valdez, the Challenger, Chernobyl, The war on drugs, Central Park 5, the Iran-Contra affair, AIDS, for God's sake. That's all me. That stuff was a pretty big downer. Definitely doesn't sound like stuff to miss. I'm just feeling like maybe I wasn't as great as I thought I was. Like what? I've never had a friend like you. I mean, never had a friend from the future before. You've literally brought me out of the past. How cool is that? Because of you, because of what I've learned, I feel like I could actually have a future. Yeah, can only be who I am, I guess. What? Yeah! I guess that's right, isn't it? The 2080s, huh? Oh, I wonder what that'll be like. You think they'll still have time capsules then? Oh, dude, maybe they'll be made out of some crazy futuristic polymer or something. Ah, so tubular, friend.
I'm so excited to see you! All right, question time. Let's call it a performance review. Tell me, what do you really think of me? Hanging out! I like it. I think we can be really good friends, you and I. I'm sorry, but we're really better as friends, I think. I hope you can be okay with that. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I really think we're fabulous friends. I have to tell you, I've really been enjoying our chats. You really make me feel like I can be myself with you. So, from now on when we talk, I promise to be as authentic as I can! I'm gonna tell you just how I feel. And I'm glad to be able to say it. I gotta get back to work, but I hope you'll come see me again soon. Bye! Hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful.
I still not
Anything
cannot
else I can help
progress
you with while
this.
you're here? Oh, bye-bye.
What else do you need?
They really need to fix this bug.
You have done so.
I mean, am I missing something? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm given no options to progress the story.
You find Keith lying peacefully on the table, a subtle smile playing on his face. He looks up happily as you approach and waves you over.
Hello, my friend. What a pleasure it is to see your face again. You know, after so long down there in that accursed crawl space, I have come to truly appreciate the little things, such as the feeling of sunshine as I lie here, or the calm murmur of the other things in the house as they go about their business.
Keith's head slumps forward, his eyes fluttering shut. He snores quietly, both hands clutched around the key-like cane that steadies him. Keith wakes with a start.
Huh? What? Oh. Hello. Sorry, I just dozed off. It's just so nice here on the table. Ah, the joy of being free. If I just open myself up to such simple happiness, it seems to flood in. Ah, if only I had known such wisdom in my younger life. It might have saved me from much suffering. Alas, but I have such trials and tribulations as I wouldn't bore you with. You see, one does not reach my advanced age without having messed up once or twice along the way. Although I pride myself on opening things, there are some doors that are meant to remain closed. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps. But, well, I don't think that was ever destined to work out. Never mind all that. That is in the past. And we must be here, in the present, if we are to find happiness, eh? In any case, what I'm trying to get at is that what's most important in life is like companionship. I must say, I'm glad we've met. You know, you seem like a lovely sort. And in fact, there's something I'd like to give you. But before I do, I need to make sure you're on the right track developing your character. So, let me take a closer look at you.
He narrows his eyes, evaluating you with a sharp up-and-down gaze. You can feel yourself sweat just a little under his intense scrutiny.
I see you're making progress. Here's something that all good humans will enjoy.
He holds his hand out to you, depositing something small in your palm. It smells sweet.
It's a little candy. My favorite. Take this poise candy. It'll show them that you mean business. This can be used in certain situations where you've burned your bridges and wish to make amends.
You take in the scent of the poise candy. Something about it makes you feel steadier somehow, like you could stand up to anyone.
Consume it wisely. Eat it if you'd like to put your foot down and make someone reconsider. And please do refrain from taking advantage, eh? A sweet tooth is a powerful tool. Here is a smarts candy. It'll turn you into a real intellectual dazzler.
You take in the scent of the smarts candy. Even a small whiff of it makes you feel smarter already.
Use it wisely, eh? To wow anyone with your brain power.
What the fuck do you want? I know you're not dumb enough to think I'm still gonna fuck you after all that. Oh, fuck off!
You really don't listen. Perhaps I wasn't clear enough last time. You are not welcome here.
Oh, you're back. Oh, I thought so. That's all right. If you change your mind, you know where I am.
It all started with the dandelion. It's the first thing I remember, anyway. Up until that point, Sinclair was his usual self. Just a sink and a bar of soap shaped like a dog. Nothing fancy. But then, one day, you came home late with some takeout. And after that, things started to get a bit weird. He started insisting that everyone call him by the name Martin Applegate. And then rumors started going around about all sorts of strange things he was saying. I must confess, I can't make any sense of it. What I suggest we do is go and speak with him together. Excellent. If you'll bring me to him, we can take things from there.
Sinclair does a funny little dance when he sees you, leaping up in the air and clicking his heels together.
You've returned! And no better time. I've been hearing some strange rumors lately. It would seem that some people are saying I'm not a man at all. They say I'm a sink who's lost his mind. Can you believe it? Sounds like the no of agreeance.
Sinclair turns his red and blue gaze to Maggie, his expression completely blank.
And who's this you've got with you?
You don't remember me?
Remember you? Why, no, madam. We've never met before. I'm sure I'd remember such a stunning beauty.
He waggles his handles the way a human might waggle their eyebrows.
Huh. Interesting.
Maggie bends to allow Sudsy to sniff her hand, patting his head briefly.
Hi there, Sudsy. That's a good boy. Now run along to your tray, won't you, dear?
Yet my dog seems to know you. How curious. So that's the name of this shapely glass.
Let's dive right in. Our mutual friend here filled me in on your last conversation, and...
How rude. Yes, and that's very kind of you. I meant it was rude of me to interrupt just now.
As I was saying, I know the contents of your last conversation.
It seems to me there are a few different avenues for further investigation. There is my very curious choice of occupation, my journey downtown after work, my incongruous lack of memory with regard to other entities in the house, and my encounter with the mysterious vagabond of the Sinclairius.
Why, yes, that's exactly right.
I never cease to amaze myself.
Let's go through these again and see if we can't collect some evidence, shall we? Where should we begin our investigation?
I work for Generally National Auto Insurance. I'm a claims adjuster. Mostly, I just adjust claims. On some special occasions, they adjust me. Sure! Adjusting claims is a lot like adjusting the human body. Like chiropractors do. You kind of take one bit and then sort of twist it until something snaps. Then the person says, "Wow, thank you, I feel so much better." After that, you submit the claim for approval. And your boss says,
"You did a great job, Martin. I'm proud of you."
Reasonable is my middle name. What else can I tell you about my job? My boss is named Boss. Jim Boss.
Ah, okay.
Jim Bossman. His name is Jim Bossman. What else can I tell you about my job? Of course. But first, what do offices look like? Not exactly, no. What else can I tell you about my job?
Before we do, let's discuss what we learned. What do you make of it? I thought the same thing. Yet there is no apparent ill intention behind it. Perhaps his benign fabrication is a clue in and of itself. What do you think it points to? I'm thinking the same. Let's get back to our interview. What else should we ask him about?
Let us dive into that unfortunate Eve. Of course, I left work late and made my way to a local watering hole, the Banana Club. I had a Shirley Temple. And then I had 6 more of them. Surely not. Or should I say, surely not.
Don't call me Shirley.
My mistake. I probably just didn't finish. If I had, I would have said they were potentially the best drinks I'd ever had.
It's like interviewing a can of silly string. He's all over the place.
Then I went to the questionable Dandelion. With gusto! I had one of their new specials. Jimson Reed cupcakes with a side of Diplodocus berries. Delicious. I didn't have a headache, so naturally I avoided that item. I roamed about a bit. Then I saw a mysterious, threatening dark alley, which I wandered into. Quite sanely, I might add. That's when I met Vagabonda.
Okay, let's go over this. Well, that is actually a real place. It's usually called the QD. It's the first thing he said that seems like it could be true. But what about those ingredients? It is? By gosh, you're right! Datura stramonium. Its properties include memory loss and delusion. Okay, let's go over this. You got me, I can't find anything about it online. Okay, let's go over this. What is it? Indeed, I thought the same. I think we're onto something. What else should we ask him about?
Vagabonda! What a mysterious character. It was a loyalty card for a free shovel from Ace of Spades. It's a bespoke shovel manufactory. Why, yes! Here it is. Have I? How odd. Completely unlike me to do such a thing. What else would you like to know? I assume it was because I took her punch card. What else would you like to know? You don't! I don't! Do we really know anything? What else would you like to know?
Give us a moment, would you, Martin? Anything stand out to you? I agree. One of the most interesting pieces of evidence thus far. What else should we ask him about? Sinclair, would you give us a moment? I think witnesses are in order. We can talk to Dorian, Arma, or Sudsy? Who should we talk to first? Good try. I couldn't agree more. What do you think it taught us? Yes, that. Who should we talk to next?
Hello, loves. What can I do for you?
We'd like to ask you about Sinclair.
I'm open for questioning. No. Far as I recall, Sinclair used to be, well, charming. He was always thoughtful and took great care to have perfect hygiene. Bit of a mess now, isn't he? I'm open for questioning. No. It keeps calling me names like Walbert and Jonald. Really rather annoying. I'm open for questioning. You mean aside from everything? I guess he does seem to be getting backed up a bit more often than usual. I'm open for questioning.
Who should we talk to next?
Hey, folks. What can I do for you? How can I help? Well, I'm not a doctor, but I can speak to it from an emergency responder's point of view. Here's what I notice. There's definitely an altered state of consciousness. His erratic behavior points toward a head injury, or intoxication due to foreign substances. Or, I guess, magic? Who's to say? How can I help? Not in the slightest. And he's created a bizarre memory of another life. Sorry, folks. That's all I've got time for.
Who should we talk to next? What else should we ask him about? Sinclair, could you give us another moment alone?
Of course. Here, take it.
All right. Thank you. I've been thinking. Whatever is going on, clearly Sinclair/Martin's mind is...
somebody say...
Exactly. I'm a little concerned that given his fragile state, he's vulnerable. I'm afraid that if we make the wrong analysis of the situation, he might lose it completely. Okay, well, if you say so, let's do this. I've never been so nervous. I can't make heads or tails of this. I've never trusted anyone with a case before, but I'm gonna trust you to make this call.
So what's what? Have you gotten to the bottom of things?
We have gotten as far as we can.
Well, what's your verdict? Am I man? Or am I sink? Or am I walnut brittle?
Sinclair lets out a triumphant laugh.
Vindication! Sweet vindication! All those naysayers have now been naysayed! Take that, Maggie! I could smell the doubt on you.
I'm sorry, but I can't go along with this. I don't think this is where the evidence pointed us.
Thank you, friend.
Be that as it may, I can't consider this a closed case. I'll be in my office.
Thank you for believing in my utterly outrageous tale. I feel like I've been seen for who I am. And yet, I find I am no closer to undoing my curse. Does this mean I must remain a sink forever? If you couldn't save me, I don't think anyone can. I'm doomed to retain this cursed form, it seems. I do thank you for your efforts, however. I dub thee friend. Come by my office any time for a claims adjustment of your choosing.
Ah, my dear, you have come back to visit and give me the chance to admire your...
Amir's smile falters, his effusive praise coming to a grinding halt.
Oh, my tragedy mars your beauty. It has nothing to do with your gorgeous proportions, your stunning features. It is green, a color that cannot belong in the white statuary of your teeth. Did you have broccoli recently? Ah, that's a strange choice. Well, I'm afraid you have some left over in your teeth, just there. I'm sure not long, one can hope. Perhaps you should consider flossing more often. I'm sure Barry would be happy to lend you a hand with it, actually. He's rather obnoxiously reliable with personal routine. Yes, I think that would be best. Your beauty is too luminous to deprive the world of it for 1 second more.
A stylist with a very vertical, very pink hairdo appraises you, lifting his glasses to take a better look at you. His face is kind, his features soft, and his makeup? Impeccable.
Oh! How about we... Oh, oh dear. I think I'm getting lost right at the start of all this. I'm so sorry, darling. My brain runs quicker than cheap mascara sometimes. Stupid Barry, disposable Barry, you're doing it again. Oh, just stop talking. I would like that, yes.
He takes a deep breath, shaking off his awkwardness and giving you a friendly smile.
Let's take this from the perfectly coiffed top, shall we? My name is Barry Styles. I am your one-stop shop for looking good, feeling great. Not that I have to work too hard at that because, and I don't know if I made myself clear enough on this point, darling, but you are looking fabulous. Why, hello? I'll be honest, because I like to be clearer than a freshly unblocked pore, I really don't like talking about myself, hun. I'd much rather talk all about you. And eyebrow hydration, of course. You really cannot underestimate how important it is to avoid a thirsty brow, baby. But mostly, I want to talk all about you. In fact, if you'd be so gracious as to indulge me, I'd love to really get under the skin. Oh, not literally, obviously. My products are for external use only. I mean, can I ask you a few questions? Oh, fabulous, darling. Okay. This is super exciting. I just love learning about what other people like. I haven't yet met with a taste I can cater to. So, with that in mind, I simply have to ask, drum roll, favorite brand of tweezers? Oh, okay, that's fine, darling. I had a whole extravagant Q&A planned out just for you, but if there's one thing I know, it's not to press too hard. That's how you get an uneven skin. I'm absolutely happy to move on if you are. Oh, then tell me, tweeze me! Oh, you really know your tweezers if you know Teasy Weezy. Did you know that Teasy Weezy's Tweezer brand tweezers won the Massachusetts Most Accurate Tweezers Award 3 years running between 1995 and 1997? The Teasy Weezy company doesn't like to talk about 1998. They'd have had 99 in the bag, though, if the awards hadn't shut down after that girl lost an eye. So, let me just make a mental note. No need to actually write it down. Got a mind like a steel trap. At least when it comes to tweezers and tweezer-related lifestyle choices. Ask me to remember a job interview or doctor's appointment, and I can't help you. For random hair conditioner trivia, I could give you that for days. Oh no. I've been put on the spot. Oh, wait! How about this? While it's bad for your hair if you wash it every day, you can safely condition every day with no washing required. This is great because I think people should use conditioner as much as possible. Not so much for the health benefits, but the fact that it just makes hair feel really, really nice, doesn't it? Freshly conditioned hair is the chocolate milk of texture. At least that's what I always say. Well, I don't always say that. That was the first time I ever said it, but I'll keep saying it now. What were we doing? Oh, right. Time for your second question. Ask, Barry, what's your favorite lipstick color? This is a good one. A classic of a beauty question. We can't have a beauty Q&A without knowing your favorite lipstick color, can we? Mine is pink. Impressive, no? That's what I said. What, pray tell, is yours? Well, when it comes to classic, can we look any further than red? It's the look of the sexy, the sultry, and it slots neatly into almost any aesthetic. It's the first line choice of lip shade for a reason. It's a color that truly says, here are my lips, right here on my face, the little flappy things just in front of my thing. You truly can't go wrong with red. Moving on, it's time for our final question. For now. That sounded threatening. Anyway, third cue. What do you think is the biggest reason to wear makeup? Yeah, I get that. We all have things we're self-conscious about, and I think makeup helps. It's one of the things I love most about what I do. Helping someone get that boost they need. It's not the lippy and the eyeshadow that makes a person look good, like truly good. It's how someone carries themselves, you know? Sorry, I spoke a lot again. Of course I did. I'm an overshare. Need to stop that.
Barry still looks embarrassed, but a sweet little flush comes over his pale cheeks, and he smiles at you.
Well, darling, that about wraps up the cues. It was going to be a big 20-question thingy, but I just didn't do it, I suppose. Plus, I forgot half the ideas I had for it when I thought about combs for an hour. Really? That's wonderful, darling. I had a lot of fun, too. Oh, I really hope we can have another fabulous chat again.
What appears to be a dishwasher with arms, legs, and a disconcertingly cheerful face waves happily at you. You tap the deviators a few times, wondering if they've malfunctioned, but the mascot-like dishwasher before you doesn't waver or change.
Hello, and welcome to the Valdivian dishwashing experience. We offer an alarmingly clean output of all kinds of dishware, clothing, and such. My name is Dishy. I'm your dishwasher now. To get started, please connect me to your internet so I can get started knowing exactly what I need. Ah, thank you. That feels much better. Wait just a moment as I get your dishwashing experience ready.
Dishy falls silent, perhaps processing.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. One new update found. Downloading update. Beep, boop, boop. 1%. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, boop, bop. Boop, 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 boop. 2% downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Boop, 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 boop. 3% downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 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 beep. 2% downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 4% downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 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 4% downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 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 boop, bop. %4 downloaded. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, 4% Beep boop bop. Beep. 100% download. Did you hear that? I said 100% downloaded. Installing. Beep boop beep beep. Beep boop bop. Beep 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 beep. Beep boop bop. Congratulations! 100% installed! Human, you patiently stood by my side as I downloaded and installed. Thank you for your patience. This brings a tear to my eyes, which I will promptly rinse away. I will begin account setup. Now, great to see you. Welcome to Dishwasher Setup. You have been assigned one of our 4 perfectly secure passwords. Please select the one that looks the most secure. Thank you. You should have gotten a chance to... Your data means a lot to us. So much that we will... What is your preferred style of dishwashing? For the busy customer, Brisk Wash cleanses your dishes in a fastidious fashion, perfectly balancing timeliness next to cleanliness. Godliness not included. Setup is complete. Thank you for entrusting Valdivian with your food and...
I barely even know what to say. We really are. In fact, I've never felt this way about anyone before. You've brought so much fun, so much love into my life. What would you say to making this official? In that case, I truly can't wait to see you again. I promise I'll be the best partner to you. You've already given me the confidence to know that you'll be the best for me. How should we start our new relationship off? I can think of nothing I'd like more. And this time, I promise not to get distracted.
One moment you're looking at your old sports equipment, and the next you're looking at a gorgeous, muscled man dressed in various pieces of sports equipment that once belonged to a far more optimistic version of yourself. As you watch this guy go through an entire squat routine, it's more than clear that, unlike you, this guy has never struggled to maintain an athletic routine. Mid-squat, he stops suddenly, bending down to peer at you through his legs. A handsome, smiling face, boxed in by thighs so thick and developed, you're rendered speechless for a few minutes.
Oh, hey!
He sets his weights down, standing up and beaming at you like you've just told him he's won the lottery.
It's about time you made your way over here. I was starting to think you forgot about me. Of course you do! But I'll never turn down a chance to introduce myself.
The lights dim, and a spotlight appears from... you're not quite sure where, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the stadium, the King of the Ring, the Duke of Dunk, the Jack of all trades, Master of Fun, Mr. Duncan Dunk Shuttlecock! Oh, hey, thank you.
He goes through a few poses that really make his abundant muscles pop, looking at you with the grin of a confident athlete. Dunk is delighted by your cheering, and he spends a few more moments basking in your attention.
Aw, man. It's been a while since I actually had an audience. Feels good. Don't worry about remembering all those names. That's just stuff that makes me sound cool when I hit the court, or the field, or wherever I'm playing. Dunk is just fine for pal. Or the pals.
He cocks his head to the side, thinking. You can almost see the gears turning.
So, like, best friends? Oh! Well, Dunk is fine for lovers, too. But if you say hi, you can call me just about anything. Anyway, it's good to see you here, finally.
He grows very serious, placing a strong but gentle hand on your shoulder.
What happened, man? How come you stayed away so long? Did someone ruin the joy of sports for you? Ah, man, I get that. Life is so much sometimes, but you gotta make time for yourself, too.
Dunk gives your shoulder one final little squeeze, and then he's slapping you on the back so enthusiastically you nearly collapse. This fine hunk clearly does not know his own strength.
Well, hey, no matter what happened before, you're here now. Your inner athlete said, let's get it, baby! And who are we to say no to your inner athlete? Hell yeah, love that positive attitude. We're gonna have a great time together. We just gotta get you into the flow, but I wanna make sure you're ready for it. After all, working out without a proper warm-up is a great way to get a nasty injury. So you come back here when you're ready to get into it. Meet me by the weight rack, all right? And bring your positive attitude. We're gonna have fun!
You see a medic with bright eyes, a kind smile, and a sort of maternal air about her. She doesn't even wait for your introduction, greeting you cheerfully.
Oh, my. Hello there. A fresh face. Here to see the doctor, are you? Well, look no further. I might look like any old Jane, but I'll have you know that you are looking at a truly top-notch medical professional, and the only one around for miles. Whether you've got a tummy ache or a life-threatening ulcer, I'm your gal.
She pauses, looking you up and down, hopefully.
Do you have a life-threatening ulcer?
You've never seen anyone more disappointed to hear of your good health.
Oh, heck. I do get my hopes up, you know. One of these days, someone is gonna bust through that door bleeding from orifices natural and contrived, and boy, oh boy, what a red-letter afternoon that'll be. Well, I suppose it would be, to a lay person. But to us medical folk, it's a delicious challenge. Oh, just dating. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, no, not at all. Not impress me. I just was so hoping you'd at least need gauze, or sutures, or skin staples. Have you seen those? Talk about a cool toy. Anything that you might need, hydrocortisone, non-latex gloves, even a simple pen, that, darling lacerated one, will be duck soup. Zounds. Something is drawing my eye. My metasenses are tingling. Better let me take a look at that wound of yours. You sneaky little sufferer. Thought you could slide one by me under cover of a metacarpals, eh? Just to double check, you don't need an injection or two. Take it from me, dear, you're better off safe than sorry. After all, if there's any sign of rash, you won't know it's there unless we do a thorough examination. And, well, I'm afraid there's always a chance for scarlet fever. Whatever century this is, it is a century where proper medical care is an essential right of all beings. And I am here to provide said right. Now, produce your fingers, please.
Faria looks you up and down, tapping her chin as she considers you from every angle.
Exactly what I thought. No need to be anxious. We caught it just in time. You do indeed possess a splinter.
Oh, if it's the Murgatroyd.
But it's not. What you have is a deep, deep splinter. Plenty of tender flesh open to infection, just waiting for those little microbial monsters to set in. Do you know what that means?
We're gonna need to amputate.
And how? And that's just the beginning. Because once the infection's done a number on you, and your poor, beleaguered immune system staggers back onto the field of battle for another round with the enemy, you watch helplessly as your body swells and burns and turns all different shades of red, pink, and yellow, and the true engine of the enemy rolls up to the line. Gangrene. And before you know it, we'll have to amputate entirely. I'll note that in your chart, of course, but I have to be honest. Once it's bad enough, my poor new friend, I'm afraid the whole appendage will have to come off, preventing spread and all. I'm sad to say we lose many a good limb to splinters every year. The world is dramatic. Drama isn't necessarily a bad thing, you know? Drama can be the spice of life, like cinnamon or penicillin. The bottom line is, you have got to stay vigilant. The world's a scary place, and your body is a fragile, fragile thing. One wrong move, and you can throw it into total and utter chaos. A veritable breeding ground for every bomb, dick, and hairy slate of diseases ready to eat you whole. You never know what the seemingly tiniest, laughable symptom can mean. For example, got a case of bad breath? Maybe you just ate a sandwich with too many onions. Or your breath stinks like a dead fish on a hot Sunday because you've managed to develop halitosis as a result of the toxic substances in your body not being filtered out properly because your liver is failing. Maybe. A totally legitimate possibility. You can never be too careful. And when something does go wrong, well, it's my job to make sure you're all fixed up. And I'll have you know, I take my job very, very seriously. A doctor's duty is to keep their patients alive and kicking. That's a big responsibility. So you can bet your behind I make sure to cross all my T's and dot all my I's. Sometimes even twice. When there is no more sickness. Horse feathers. Feathers. Never mind. Anywho, it doesn't look like you've got any type of rash after all. Just that splinter looking awful uncomfortable there. Let's get that taken care of. And then, presto, you're all patched up. There you go. Good as new. And if you do develop any plague-like symptoms, well, that's what I'm here for.
This isn't the Dark Ages.
No! Maybe. A little bit. Dear syringes, what am I saying? No, I do not secretly want you to have plague. Medical professional Faria is always just a sniff, sneeze, and groan of discomfort away.
A grande dame with a gothic vibe regards you with an expression that's hard to read. She holds your forgotten, formerly trendy robot dog in her arms, petting him idly.
Well, well, if it isn't the one who made me. I don't know. I suppose I'm a bit disappointed. For someone who's amassed such a varied and confusing collection of bits, you just look so normal. I was hoping for a real Frankenbrine to go with all this preservation. That you did, my darling. Can't you tell? I am the animus behind all of this stuff. Your stuff. All these boxes. All these memories stuffed up here in the attic because you didn't want to get rid of them, but couldn't think of anything else to do. One object, fine. Two objects, fine. But boxes full? You had to know that was all going to add up to something more substantial. To me. You lucky dog. All this time I've been in your house, and this is the first time you come up to visit me. I think I'll make use of your presence, long delayed though it is, by holding your feet to the fire. It means I'm going to put the screws to you, hold you accountable. Isn't it wonderful when the process of something is as agonizing as the result is pleasurable? You should have done this long ago. For yourself, if not for me. At long last, we are going to go through all of this. Every single piece. We're going to see, sort, and dispose of each object stuffed in the corners up here, and finally, order will reign. I love chaos as much as the next memory, but enough is enough. I'm starting to look like Jerry. Oh no, you are long past the point of no return with me. I exist now, and I'll go on existing. The cleansing I'm demanding will simply mean that I can exist with some semblance of dignity. Though perhaps I shouldn't ask you to do this with me. I know how tantalizing it is to be worried to distraction. But no, needs must. We've established I won't die. Though, another time, that might be fun. Let's get on with it. The first of your tasks for me is to gather Cam and Art, so that we might proceed efficiently. These two are both necessary for our project to proceed, so off you go.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? What do we feel? How can the wide world of artistic expression help you? Ah, dear Memoria. Isn't she gothic? I am such a fan. Let's go.
It appears that Art is interested in helping with Lady Memoria. Cam is still required for her request.
Oh, you're back. Are you really going to realize me? Oh, I thought so. If you change your mind, you know where I am.
Yo. Okay.
And with that, your quest for Lady Memoria is complete. The distinct scent of books, that slight hint of vanilla and mystery, fills your nose. And while it's not at all unwelcome, it is strange to smell it when you're not actually paging through any of your books. It only takes you a few moments to track down the source of the smell. What appears to be the spirit of literature hovers a few feet away from you, nose in a book. When he sees you, He nearly drops the book he's holding, rewarding you with a glare.
Ah! Oh, for God's sake, you cannot sneak up on me like that when I'm reading! You have no way of knowing what world I've been in. I might mistake you for a zombie or an ill-mannered country gentleman, and, well, I might have to act accordingly, you see. If you were a zombie, I expect we'd be having a very different conversation. It would probably go something like this. Oh, a bit prudish, but educated. I like it. My name is Lyric. I chose the name myself, you know. I was originally written as Lionel. Can you imagine? I am the embodiment of all literature, an indisputable master of the written word. I have read positively everything. I'm voracious with books, poetry, magazine articles, any genre, any length, any style. I love it all. I know you're curious about all that, so I figured I'd offer it right up front. What am I not reading right now is a shorter answer. This one right here is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sink, a riveting account of voyaging in a submersible to rescue a clean sponge from a dirty band of moldy criminals. This one, Angles in America, is a non-fiction history on the American phobia of rounded spaces. A bit dry, but it does make you see space and architecture in a new light. This one I picked up on a whim, and I won't put down until they pry it out of my cold papier-mâché fingers. Pounded in the butt by the abstract concept of self-improvement while my gym equipment watches. This Chuck Pringle fellow, he really has a line on the object erotica market. Oh, this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. This is like one molecule of ice that's floating near the tip of the iceberg. And the iceberg is 2,000 miles wide. Really? I thought it was a fairly creative metaphor, actually. I mean, I read a lot. There. Better? You are a straight-to-the-point kind of entity. Oddly relaxing, in a way. I'm less worried about how the truth might appear, and more concerned with making sure the truth is uttered at all. Oh, to hell with it. I'm gonna utter a truth. Sadly, I've never even written a paragraph. Not a single line of text. Not a word. Not a punctuation mark. We do? Do you mean that you would help me write? Write with me? We could co-author the first book of Lyric?
As a fanfic writer / editor, sure.
Well, I never. This is most excellent. I wager you're about to become the first human in history to help a book write a book. All very exciting. I have some materials to gather. Pens, paper. We'll probably need quite a bit of extra paper to crumple dramatically on the floor when writer's block sets in. Oh, how fun! I'm about to experience writer's block! All right, I'll get to gathering. I'll need some time, but when you return, ready shall I be.
Okay, 8 more to find, though. One of them won't be available till later.
A colourfully dressed board gamer beams at you. But even though his expression is ostensibly friendly, something about his energy is a little off. His smile is a little too wide, his stare a little too intense. You feel rather like a mouse that's just been spotted by a bored house cat.
Why a gee gosh golly and a hi-de ho! I'm Parker, the board games, and away we go! Hi there! I do love meeting new people to play with. And I do need new people to play with these days. I'm awful lonely up here in the big ol' attic. But you seem like a nice sort of fella already. Maybe you could be my next relationship. Would you like that? Oh boy! Well, if only it were up to me. You see, my whole deal with relationships has to do with rules. I love rules. If you want any sort of relationship with me, good or bad, we have to go through the rules. Want to hear them as they pertain to me? As they pertain to my whole deal and how this is going to turn out? Glorious! In order to achieve a relationship with me, you must play these board games 3. If you beat me or unseat me, more chances for love will greet thee. At the end, I roll a die to achieve a status. This, in the end, will be our dating apparatus. Ultimately, yes, but your actions during each game can change the weight of the die. The more you win, the more chances to love me. I'm falling in love with you. Just kidding. Only the final roll will tell me how I feel about you. Meet me here next time for our first game. Sandyland! Wowee!
I should save this guy for last.
The beautiful flapper you see before you stands in stark contrast to the strange music that plays when you turn on your record player. Where she seems sweet with an old-world sort of beauty, the music she plays is all kinds of wrong. It skips and goes from too fast to too slow. She dances to it all the same, swinging her arms and legs in time to the herky-jerky rhythm of some ancient record.
Well, don't just stand there like a wet blanket. You get a wiggle on. Let's see you dance. Pipe down and just dance already.
You give it your best shot, which seems to please her.
Now you're on the trolley. Exactly what I said. You're getting it.
Mercifully, she turns the music off.
Well, well, well. It's about time you came to see me. My name's Rainy. How you doing? I've been waiting for you to come over and see me sometime. You've been all over this house, but you never come my way. Of course I still work. I might be an antique, but there's still plenty of life in this old... Well, anyway, it is so great to see a new face around here. Nobody ever seems to want to hang out anymore. I can't imagine why. I used to be the belle of the ball. Everyone was so happy to see me at a party. Now it's always just me and my records. The wrong speed? You spifflicated or something? It's just fine. Well, whatever. I'm gonna keep the party going here. Feel free to stick around, if you can keep up. Otherwise, you can beat it. This beat's for expert hoofers only.
Rainie's frenetic, high-pitched record is too much for most anyone to keep up with. You decide to check in with her another time.
Hello there. Can I interest you in a claim? Or perhaps an adjustment? I claim to be a man named Martin App. Now, let me just adjust. I claim to be a fish named Stephen Brinklemew. Okay, all done. If you would please remain on the line to take a brief survey. How would you rate my services on a scale of 1 to crustacean?
Oh.
Once again, Dorian's...
Are you trying to leave again? I'm looking out onto that street every day and the cars never stop driving. Ah, as if I would suggest speaking with my other... I'm always on top.
An angular beauty sits in contemplative silence, her head resting on one hand. She doesn't greet you even when you stand directly in front of her. In fact, she doesn't even look at you.
Oh. You're disturbing my thoughts. You're bad? Seriously? God, you're so boring. Well, that's it. My fantasy bubbles officially burst. Name's Tina. Tina Triangle.
Whoa there. My content aware has given me a tickle. Tina here has a very, let's say, forceful personality. It could be seen as that of an abuser that's taken in a humorous way. If dealing with that kind of behavior in a light way is disagreeable, I wouldn't recommend this one, that's for sure. You cool with that? Or you want to skip it?
I'm with the show. And before you got here, I was having a nice little fantasy.
Tina forms a small triangle with her fingers.
A love triangle. Greatest shape in the world, especially when it comes to love. Matter of fact, it's the only shape I'm interested in. Oh yeah? You're smarter than you look, cutie. But enough about you. You ever watch Love on Triangle Island? Yeah? Well, I never heard of you. How'd you like that? Ugh, whatever. Try to be open-minded for one damn second, all right? Let me paint the picture for you. 18 sexy singles get together on an island. They gotta pair off into groups of 3. And every week, a love triangle gets voted off. The last throuple to get voted off wins $1 million, but that ain't all. They offer 'em money and bring in their exes to try and break up the throuple. It's all just so deliciously dramatic. Toxic? It's sexy and fulfilling is what it is. Go play therapist somewhere else, Square. In your dreams, maybe.
The handsome construction worker currently invading your space makes you feel as though you've accidentally wandered into an active building site. He holds up his hands to stop you from going any further, glaring at you as he looks you up and down.
Whoa, whoa! Where do you think you're going? I can't let you in here without the proper PPE. Yeah.
Tony puts his fingers to his mouth and whistles.
Hey, get him out of here! Your hard hat, your boots, your high-vis vest. Come on, this is a job site. Don't even get me started. Not when Johnny Wannabe next door's got a whole garage to himself. I mean, I'm talking wall-to-wall pegboard, 6 kinds of saws. Oh, and he's got this 12-inch auger. Man, those things go deep. Man, you're telling me 1%ers, right? Look, all I'm saying is I want a little more space, too. You know, for entertaining. I'm a popular tool. It's always, hi, Tony, this, thanks, Tony, that, or Tone, my ass is leaking. Jean-Loup, incontinence. You didn't hear from me, though. HIPAA. Anyways, objects need somewhere bigger than this to come see me for what ails them. And, Sometimes old Tom might also want to have special company over. You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Tony nods, grinning smugly at you.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Woo!
Tony nods at you. You nod at him. And you nod at each other, both entirely pleased that you each know what the other is talking about.
So you get it. I need more space. Space for all sorts of things I may or may not be insinuating. I got a pitch for you. A drawbridge. Think about it. Your lover pulls up for a date and the drawbridge lowers to let him in. Pretty freaking impressive, huh? You're damn straight is how I would build it using my tools. No curves in this drawbridge. The flat-looking screwdriver, the pointy star-shaped one, a hammer, and that spearmint gum you've had in here since April. Absolutely. So you get it. Which leads into my next idea. Indoor slide. We get rid of the stairs, replace them with a slide.
And how are we supposed to go upstairs?
Great to travel from upstairs to downstairs. Way ahead of you. All us construction guys do this. It's an industry standard. You ready? Grippy socks. Be as steep as you want. Your house, your rules. Now, how do you feel about indoor pools? Because if we rip out the floor in the living room, we can get you an indoor pool. Hey, let me get the permits going, see if I can get my best tools on the job. Hammer's availability's been shot ever since the incident.
Tony slides past your question without skipping a beat.
Anyway, that's enough about that guy. Let me tell you about my best-selling workshop. It's a workshop about loving. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. You wanna take my workshop, all you gotta do is show up. No paperwork or nothing. Now, I don't mean to hustle you out of here, but I gotta take lunch. Union rules. But you can come back later and see what we can do. You know, help you fix up your romantic affairs. I'll see you around.
It's not all that surprising that your towels would have a look that one can only describe as fresh out of the shower. The fluffy terry cloth clothing and glistening skin are expected. What you did not expect to see, however, was a six-pack you could do your laundry on.
Wait, hold still.
He holds his hands out in front of him, stopping you in your tracks.
You didn't do anything.
He backs away from you, slowly and carefully.
Just don't move. Ooh, there's some water on the floor. Let me get that before you slip and fall.
He bends down to mop up a tiny puddle, standing back up with a grin.
There, all good. Some might say that I saved your life. Hey, hey! Did you see that dude? I may be soft, but I'm hard against spills.
He mimes playing a trumpet, imitating the instrument with his mouth.
I dry as quick as my wit. If you get wet, don't get upset. Isn't that right, my absorbent sidekick?
He holds out a small swan-shaped towel for your inspection. It's quite charming.
Quack! Kinda? This is Little Buddy. He's pretty cool. I can fold him into anything I want. Today, a swan. Tomorrow, who flows with the fabric of the universe will weave. I mean, I only know how to fold like there are 2 others, but still, it keeps me busy between cleaning spills and warming up your body. Who doesn't like being close to someone? I'm just lucky that it's a part of my job. Spills happen every day, no big thing, but the hard part is getting dry. For the big jobs, I work with Washford and Drysdale. But I work pretty independently, you know? Don't I know it? Even though you don't spill too much, I'm there 24/7 on call. Not to tug on my own thread, but I'm proud of the work that I do. Oh, like you have bigger ones? What do you want? Sounds impossibly ambitious. There are things I want to do, but my job is important, you know? Those spills ain't gonna unspill themselves, and I won't be spilling things to you until I get to know you better. So, let's make a deal. Next time you see me, I'll show you something cool, and maybe I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'll show you an idea I have.
There's a presence in the room with you. You're sure of it, but you can't make anything out in the darkness. As you search for whoever it might be, they address you in somber, funereal tones.
As the light fades and dusk draws, all hope becomes despair. Do you wish to proceed? Is that so? Let regret not fill your heart.
Hello, Alex Lee.
Hark! For your greatest fears manifest in yours truly.
A monstrous creature takes shape from the darkness itself, a terrifying amalgam of bones both human and animal, grotesque, clawed fingers, and seething, swirling shadow.
From brazen earth to the heavens most incorrigible, the shadows quiver, the shadows quake and quail. Light has no purchase here, for I am XXX Shadow Lord 420XX.
Okay, he gets a 10 out of 10 for that name alone.
See you. Of course. I am darkness incarnate. From now on, you are my penumbra. Penumbra. I am the umbra, the darkest core. You are the penumbra. My companion acts in shade, like an outer shadow cast from an eclipse. Yes! So tell me, Penumbra, what brings you to the call of night? Did you find that out on your own? Or did you use a hint? Observant. I enjoy those who observe. You appear to be romancing the objects in your domicile. I see. You are embarked on a most interesting quest. However, it is quite trivial compared to mine. Take a moment to empty your mind and heart. Bask in the shadows and remember. That sinking feeling you get when you turn off the lights as you return to your bedroom. Then this eerie primal instinct to hasten yourself kicks in while your heart begins to rumble with fear. That, my friend, is but a lick of what true darkness can do. You help my power grow. But with that said, I'm afraid to say my power is waning. If not for your summoning ritual, I may be. Nay, such thoughts are wasteful. Anyhow, I have been wading in the abyss in search of a companion. Such feelings are unnecessary, although not unwelcomed. You see, the essence of darkness must be discussed before obtained. I have been waiting for eons for a worthy conversational partner. Our sinister lamentations in pure nightfall will serve as the dark ritual and bring forth my armaments. My armor forged from the shadowy depths. Think of them as parts to my true self. However, I have long lost them back during the Great Cataclysm. Naturally, but I am equipped to ease your wandering mind. Know that even this discussion will feed into our dark search. What troubles you, my penumbra? While it may appear childish, it is a title that bears significance to me. Even creatures of the dark are entitled to nostalgia, and its relevancy continues to capture my very essence, Lord of Shadows. Signature embellishments. You'd be surprised how popular of an identity Shadow Lord is. Can't just have anybody proclaim they are the true Lord of Shadows. Which is why I leave my mark as such. What troubles you, my penumbra? I'll have you know that these aren't just any normal raiments. They have no physical form. My armor is of a corporeal shade. But after I obtain just a single piece of it, the pressure of my dark aura will rise exponentially. As I said, by having conversations, we initiate the ritual. Join me in darkness, and my power shall inevitably return. I descend into the Vantablack pools and re-emerge as my true, awesome form. I sense your curiosity. Stay close, Penumbra, and you shall someday see what troubles you, my Penumbra. The tragedy that befell my comrades. Before, it was a peaceful time. My fellow denizens of the dark and I conversed in the shadows. Then, suddenly, a great power beyond any of ours divided us. I have not seen my allies since, and at the same time, my armament was lost. It is an unexplainable force beyond reason, but that won't matter once I am at full strength.
Shadow Lord falls silent for a moment, as though listening for something you can't hear. He makes a fist, nodding to himself.
Can this be?
He spreads his arms wide, opening his clawed hands as if to receive something.
Yes. The dark power begins to creep and course through me. Yes! I knew I had a good feeling about you, Penumbra. A piece of my armament has returned. My soul quivers with might. Oh, that's exactly the idea. I thank you for awakening me. Encountering you has been the most exciting event in a very long time. For now, I shall relinquish you. Return to your quest. Oh, and no need to reinvite the light. You're now a denizen of darkness, after all. Unless being in the dark brings about a fearful sensation that tickles your heart too fiercely. Farewell.
Alright, well, we're going to call it a stream here, but they were stopped by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, like, share, subscribe. Anyway, maybe we'll put this in tomorrow, but if you want to join me in, say, about a little over 2 hours, I'll be continuing Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker DLC. Look forward to that. Anyway, that's Mistydolphin. So for now, take you a good night.